All right. Good evening, everyone. It's time for another episode of the Smooth Experience, and we like to talk about cryptocurrencies on this channel. And tonight, I just wanted to go through a little bit of the crypto news. And so, first, I wanted to start off with saying that, if you're in Puerto Rico or Venezuela, my heart's definitely going out to you, and that I hope that we make it through this soon because we're all in this together. And first, I just want to end up talking about how global lawmakers are struggling with cryptocurrency regulation. And that's very true right now because it seems as though, the whole time I've been saying on this channel that the power is transitioning from few to many. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing because we're going to see many headlines like this. And I think it's awesome because, global lawmakers are going to struggle with cryptocurrency regulation if they continue to approach it the way that they have been. And the only way to approach this is with a new mindset. So I just think that's pretty interesting that that's making headlines. Don't even need to end up going too much into that. Next, I just wanted to talk real quickly about Alt 36. Alt 36 is pretty interesting. What they're doing is they are trying to end up taking legal cannabis industry payments, and they are wanting to end up using Dash to facilitate those payments between people. And I think that's actually pretty interesting because, the current law system, at least in the US, is so fragmented where we have a lot of states, depending on where you're watching this from, we have a lot of states that are forward thinking and they're already integrating cannabis into their healthcare and into their communities. And I'm fortunate enough to be living in one of those, so I can actually take advantage of some of those benefits. But what I find really interesting is that our state level has certain laws, and then the national level has other laws. And our national laws just don't quite agree with the state laws. And the states just can't understand how long it's going to take the national laws to start to become compatible to the state laws. So they've really started to grow this huge industry that is starting to make the national lawmakers feel a lot of pressure. And the national lawmakers have not legalized any of that yet. And so, what cannabis industry participants are having to do is depend on cryptocurrencies, and even more so, they're having to depend on cryptocurrencies that can promise the benefits of anonymity. And that's awesome because, what we're doing here is we're using Dash to facilitate the cannabis payments, and, everything is a double edged sword. It's also not good that we have to use Dash to end up facilitating these payments because literally, if we had to use a currency like this, it just shows you how fragmented the law system currently is. But, I make these videos so I can look back on them, and I cannot wait to look back and say, wow, I can't believe I said that, and that was true at the time, because I really feel that in the future the laws are going to change so much so that we won't have to use anonymous cryptocurrencies to do our own transactions. Next, I just wanted to talk about how investors have now the opportunity to actually use their dollars through NASDAQ's stock exchange to end up putting their dollars towards Ethereum instruments. And so there's actually a couple of interesting articles coming out today. This isn't the only site. Coinspectator.com. Shout outs to you because I like this article. It says Jersey-based CoinShares announced 2 exchange-traded notes, ETNs, connected to the price of the Ethereum cryptocurrency can now be traded on NASDAQ. Just like it's saying, guys, now we can take our money and we can bet on Ethereum through NASDAQ. So, I'm going to say it here, and it's going to be ringing true in the future, I think. It's not that, cryptocurrencies or regulators are having a hard time trying to regulate cryptocurrencies. It's going to be that cryptocurrencies are going to have a hard time trying to accept regulators. And it's not going to be so much that China is banning Bitcoin, but it's going to be more that Bitcoin might ban China. And that's the thing that we need to be thinking about here, guys, is that it's a currency that we're all taking part in the world. So it's up to us to uphold this currency with honor. And this currency is going to start to infect and start to spread into all of the pieces of industry that we have. And it's already starting now with the stock market. And it's getting into the stock market now. And so, yeah, one way or another, you're going to be participating in cryptocurrencies. And so, you know, if Jamie Dimon or other people want to call Bitcoin a fraud, there may be some point where Bitcoin calls Jamie Dimon or JP Morgan a fraud, and they might not be able to use their Bitcoin. And that would be an interesting scenario. So that's our homework tonight. Think about what would happen if the cryptocurrency network like just kind of bans certain people altogether. Everything's a double-edged sword, so what's the positives and negatives to that? So anyways, just wanted to talk to you also next is that we have a YouTube alternative coming to town. And I like YouTube. You know, that's how some of you are watching this right now. But like, this is interesting. Flixo is a new YouTube alternative that's a community-driven video content sharing platform that combines blockchain technology and BitTorrent communications. And what this is allowing you to do is it's basically going to let people pay to watch other people's videos. And when they pay to watch people's videos, then they're going to get the rights to share that video with other people. So it's an interesting concept. They have a crowd sale that's going to be going on soon. I'm not endorsed by these guys, but I'm probably going to be participating in this crowd sale at some point just because I've been waiting for a decentralized blockchain version of YouTube where I can speak what I want and not have to worry about being censored. So that's really, really cool. And Flixo is something I'm going to be definitely interested in. And I just wanted to continue to talk about how look at these guys. These guys are on Vanuatu's island of Vanuatu, and they have purchased citizenship with 60 Bitcoin. And this is actually pretty beautiful because I'm thinking about doing something like this. And Quartz is this website that is reporting on this, but this is a passport that doesn't just work in Vanuatu, but it's going to work in other places too. And you can buy it with Bitcoin, guys. They take Bitcoin. So do you see what I'm saying? Is that if these embassies are going to take cryptocurrencies that are made from a worldwide network, well, then certain governments aren't really going to end up having a place to play in these types of areas in the future when it comes to citizenship and things like that. It's just going to simply be like, hey, do you got some Bitcoin? How much do you have? And there's a double-edged sword to that as well. So there's positives to this because now anybody can get in. But there's negatives to it because maybe only certain people will have the ability to get into certain places. So it's just something to think about. I'm not going to go on too long about it. Tonight's video is pretty short. So if you like what I'm talking about here, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, share this video. To everybody that's been watching, thank you so much for sharing these videos. I see you guys on Periscope. I see you guys retweeting this stuff, and it just makes my heart get warm. And I'm trying to figure out Twitter, trying to figure out these other things on how I can give you guys shout outs. But so far, on Twitter, when I try to shout you out, it just says like, I've shouted my own comment out. So I'm trying to figure out how to work that a little bit better. So just thank you guys for watching this and spreading this further because I'm still learning the social networks as well. But I love cryptocurrencies and I love talking about this and I love informing you guys. So yes, I will see you guys in the next episode, probably tomorrow. Until then, this is Silky Smooth with a smooth